All right, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and honor and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Harakakadash. We give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who teach well, and I want to say Shalom to the hopeful elect. It's your brother Karat is out back with another lesson through the Spirit of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Harakakadash. And today I was at work and I opened up the scriptures and it opened up John, the fourth chapter. All right, and we understand the story where Yahweh was speaking to the Samaritan woman, right? And I got to some precepts and ended within this chapter, and I was looking at other precepts, all right, that was like in the footnotes of my Bible. But when I got to John 4:21, I clicked on the word believe in there, okay? And the word believe in the Greek,
Strong's G 4100, pistuo,
okay, pistuo, okay, and it has all these definitions right here, all right, for what it is to believe, okay. But this one caught my eye, all right, and it says definition 3: mere acknowledgement of some fact or event, okay. All right, and throughout the scriptures, all right, there's nothing but factual information and prophetic events, okay, and events that has happened already, all right, and prophetic and historical events, okay, all right. So this led me to looking up this word intellectual faith, all right. So I got it right here, all right. So I just typed it in Google. I typed in intellectual faith, okay. That's why I copied and pasted it, okay. And it says right here, when the world, so like when the truth we hold intellectually. All right, so I look up the word intellectually on online etymology. All right, it says to or by the understanding, intellectual plus ly. Okay, so I looked up intellectual. All right, it says grasping by understanding, relating to the understanding. All right, discernment, understanding, to understand, discern. Okay, so then I looked up intellect. All right, it says the sum of cognitive facilities except senses or sense and imagination. All right, so you leave these out. Okay, the capacity for reasoning truth. All right, so where do you reason truth at? Where do you reason things that you see and or that you hear? You do it in your mind. Okay, so intellectual faith starts in your head. Okay, all right. So that's where faith starts at, right? Because you are judging, all right, based on facts or events, okay? And yes, we were there in our past lives, but right now, how do we remember what's going on that happened in our past lives? Is the scriptures, man. So we use these facts or events to build our faith, okay? All right, in the Lord, how about Shemal Shai, all right? With understanding, and understanding comes from, the Lord first and foremost, praying for it, asking for it, okay? And then you go on seeking it, whether it be taught for you by a man of great millstone or you reading in the Lord supping with you and he's giving you understanding, okay? If that makes sense, all right? So continuing on, when the truth we hold intellectually is made experiential by the Spirit, okay? So I looked up this word too, experiential, all right? And it says in the online etymology, it says relating to or having experience, derived from experience, empirical. All right, if I'm saying that word right. All right, and it says in Latin, experientia, knowledge gained by test or trials. Okay, so experience. Okay, experience helps us with our faith. All right, example given with me, I was in the military, right, and I prayed to the Lord to get me out of the military. All right, and certain events or facts happen. Okay, while in the time that I was in the military that led me up to getting out of the military. The Lord put certain people in my life to give me adversity and challenge to get me on my way out, and He put people in my way to help me get my way out of the military. All right. And that all came from praying, and that gave me the experience to increase my faith in the Lord. All right. Intellectually in my mind. All right. So, because again, right here, and it says, when the truth we hold intellectually is made experiential by the Spirit. So, the Lord, He puts what it is that you hold dear to you, which is the truth, He puts it in form where it is that you can see or live through it. All right. And then continuing on, or just another example, uh, going down there to Mississippi and meeting the brothers down there in Mississippi. And I got to meet the brother Kazak. I had prayed about going to Mississippi and just going down there to listen to the brothers before, the men of Virginia let me into the camp. And then, lo and behold, a few years later, I was down there in Mississippi preaching with the brother Kazak and all the other brothers down there in Mississippi. All right. So it was a fact or an event. Okay. All right. So it's acknowledgement of some fact or event. Okay. And you acknowledge things in your mind. Okay. All right. It helped me have faith. All right. And how about Shema Shai? Because He answered my prayers. All right. If any of these things make sense to you, if it doesn't, I just hope it does. Okay. All right. But continuing on, those are just two examples that I went through in my life. Right. It becomes faith supported by truth as described by the writer of Hebrews, who said, let's get it in the KJV. Man. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, right? So guess what? I was hoping to get out of the military. I was hoping to go, meet that brother Kazak, all right? I prayed for it, right? But I didn't see it. And then it ended up happening. Those two things I had prayed for ended up happening. So what it did was let me have more faith in the Lord, allowed me to. And as I sit back and reflect on it, as I tell you guys this thing, it helped me realize I need to have more faith in the Lord. I need to be looking for ways to increase my faith right here. And then me reading this today, while I was reading John the 4th chapter, and the Lord led me to this got my mind thinking like, hey, I need to, have more faith, and I need to ponder about, the things that I've been through in my life, right? The facts or events that I've been through, and compare them to where I was delivered or where I wasn't delivered, and the Lord still helped me out, because it was either for my good or wasn't for my good, All right. So it says, faith is the assurance of things hoped for and the conviction of things not seen. All right, let's look at this in the NLT, Hebrews 11:1. It says, Hebrews 11:1 in NLT, faith is the confidence, okay? And when you have confidence in something or someone, all right, you have trust in the individual, okay? So we have trust in Yahweh Shem El Shai, all right? It says faith is the confidence that what we hope for will actually happen. So what you praying for, what you asking for, what you, or showing forth your works for will happen then, okay? I'm a testimony of, I just gave you my two testimonies, All right, and brothers have got their own private personal testimonies, all right? And you got your own, all right? So that what we hope for will actually happen. It gives us assurance about things we cannot see. So faith gives you the confidence to have assurance about the things you can't see. All right. That's what faith is. Okay. So when we're going back to intellectual faith or intellectual belief, this is what I got when I Google. It says, when the truth we hold intellectually in our minds, right? Understanding, and where does understanding come from the Lord, and where is it in our heads? Okay, is made experiential by the Spirit. Okay. All right, relating to or having experience, all right, derived from experience, okay, all right, it becomes faith supported by the truth as described by the writer of Hebrews, all right, and we just read it over again, right? I'm not going to read the Hebrews again, all right, because we know and understand what faith is, but faith starts with the Lord, and it starts in your mind based on what it is that you go through, man. Whether you're going to believe something that you understand or you're not going to believe it. that you understand. All right. And again, your experiences, man, relating to or having experience. So if you have experience in a small example of, oh, I could dunk the basketball, all right, you're going to be confident, you're going to have faith in yourself that you can do it over and over again, all right, because you have that experience. Now let's go back to um, here in John, the fourth chapter, all right. So this lady, she spoke with the Lord, all right. The Lord told her about herself, and then she ran into the town of Samaria and told the people about the Lord, right? And the Lord, he stayed there with the people for a few days, all right, and then he went into Galilee, right? So let's get this portion, all right. This is John Salak 4:46. So Yahushua came again into Cana of Galilee, where he made the water wine. And I believe you can read that in Luke at that party, right? And there was a certain nobleman whose son was sick at Capernaum. When he heard that Yahushua was come out of Judah into Galilee, he went unto him and besought him that he would come down and heal his son, for he was at the point of death. All right. So if he heard that Yahushua came from one town to another, do you not believe or do you not think that he heard of the miracles that Yahushua was doing? The answer is yes, he heard of the miracles that Yahushua was doing. So guess what? He had experience, okay? Not first-hand experience, but maybe second or third-hand experience, okay? And guess what? He believed, all right, in his mind, intellectually, he believed, okay, that the Lord would heal his son. That's why he went to Yahushua, okay? All right. Verse 48. Then said Yahushua unto him, except ye see signs and wonders, ye will not believe. Okay. So this man didn't have to see signs and wonders. He probably heard of the signs and wonders of Yahushua, man. Okay. He probably heard what Yahushua did. Okay. So he had that experience that way. I just said it. I was just saying it again. All right. The man said, this is John 4:49. The nobleman said unto him, Sir, come down ere my child die. Yahushua saith unto him, Go thy way, thy son liveth. And the man believed the word that Yahushua had spoken unto him, and he went his way. All right. How did the man show he believed? He went on his way, man. All right. He asked the Lord one time, and the Lord did it. The Lord said 6 words. All right. Go thy way, thy son liveth. All right. And the man believed that. He believed it based on his experience, okay, of what he has heard on by word of mouth through other people, man, okay, that what Yahushua was doing, all right. And as he was now going down, his servants met him and told him, Thy son liveth, all right. This is what faith does, man, okay. You look at the story of, King David, when he slew Goliath. He was telling Saul, I bring this up a lot because it's most memorable in my mind that he slew a bear and a lion that was messing with the sheep, and he said he can take down an um, uh, uncircumcised Philistine named Goliath, because guess what? The Lord delivered him through his past experiences, man. All right, which gave King David the faith that he had, okay, to go against something that all of the other Israelites was afraid of, okay. All right. This, if that makes sense, all right. In verse 52, then inquired he of them the hour when he began to amend, that means to become whole, right? And they said unto him, yesterday at the 7th hour, the fever left him. So, what he went and asked the Lord for, all right, it happened. He prayed for it. He went and begged the Lord to heal his son, and his son was healed. So the father knew that it was at that same hour in which Yahushua said unto him, Thy son liveth, and himself believed, and his house was whole. He believed, okay? All right, he had that intellectual faith. Okay, I know the Lord's going to do this for me because I asked him, all right? I know the Lord, I understand, okay? Because that's what intellectual is, grasping by understanding, okay? Relating to the understanding, discernment, okay? All right, so he had the intellectual belief, okay, that the Lord was going to be with him and heal his son, and he did, okay. We have to have the same mindset, discernment, understanding, all right, intellectually, all right, inside our mind. We have to believe that these scriptures are for us as they say they are, all right. We have to believe that Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai is who they say they are according to the scriptures, all right, because this is all we got, all right. You're going to be labeled a terrorist for listening to these videos and going out there preaching and prophesying and speaking this word, okay? All right, all you have is Yahweh Shema Shai, nothing else, man. All right, the scriptures say your family's going to turn on you, all right? And it just may be you going through Jacob's trouble by yourself in that time, all right, until the Lord set you somewhere else. But you have to believe, all right? You have to believe, all right? You got to believe, man. Faith is the key, okay? All right? This again is the second miracle that Yahushua did when he was coming out of Judea into Galilee. All right, but my whole point of reading this is that this man believed. Okay, all right, I think it's Mark 5. Yep, this is Mark 5:36. As soon as Yahushua heard the word that was spoken, he saith unto the ruler of the synagogue. This is a very important right here. These 5 words. Be not afraid, only believe. Okay? Believe in here, in your mind. Okay? All right? When you believe in your mind, you show forth the action of belief. Okay? All right? Um, and this is another one that I like. All right? This is the one about the lady with the blood issue. Okay? All right, I'm gonna start here at Matthew 5:25. And a certain woman which had an issue of blood 12 years, all right, and suffered many things of many physicians, and had spent all that she had, and was nothing better, but rather grew worse. When she heard of Yahushua, there goes that experience again. All right, she heard of the Lord. Okay, so what she heard, okay, all right, was that was a part of her experience, man. Okay, which led her to understand intellectually, okay, all right, that Yahushua could heal her. All right, for Slot, when she heard of Yahushua, came in the press behind and touched his garment. That's an action of faith right here. Okay. For she said, if I may touch but his clothes, I shall be whole. This is belief. This is faith. This is what she believed. All right. This is what she believed intellectually because of what she heard through experience, second or third hand, about the Lord. All right. And straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was whole of that plague. And Yahushua, immediately knowing in himself that virtue had gone out of him, turned him about in the press and said, who touched my clothes? And his disciples said unto him, thou seest the multitude thronging thee, and sayest thou, who touched me? And he looked around to see her that had done this thing. But the woman, fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, came and fell down before him and told him all the truth. And he said unto her, daughter, thy faith, okay, which started here because of what she heard, okay. When I'm pointing to my head, my mind, okay, it's in the spirit, all right. And thy faith have made thee whole. Go in peace and be whole of thy plague, all right. In her mind, she was like, if I just touch his garment, I'm going to be whole, based on her experiences, man, of hearing what the Lord has done. Okay. Now she had her own experience, okay, that she left an example. All right, well, the Lord left an example using her for us to have faith. Okay. This is I don't maybe secondhand, experience, or third hand, I don't know. Okay, but she had firsthand experience in that she was able to tell her story is able to be told in the scriptures, man, to give us faith. Okay. All right. So this is our experience reading this, and in our mind we should be like, okay, if the Lord could heal this woman by believing that if she just touched his garment, that she would be healed, and he did it. imagine what it is that if I believe and I put forth what my action and what it is that I believe what will happen for me. All right. Just let me grab this. All right. Just there was Luke 17:6 and Matthew 17:20. I like Luke 17:6 better. All right. So let's go there. All right. Luke 17:5. And the apostle said unto the Lord, which is Yahushua, increase our faith. And Yahushua, and which is the Lord, said, if ye had faith as a grain of a mustard seed, ye might say unto this sycamine tree, be thou plucked up by the root, and be thou planted in the sea, and it should obey you. Okay. Let's look at what a mustard seed looks like. There you go. That's a mustard seed. These little things are mustard seeds. So this is all the faith that you need right here, according to what our Lord says. This is all you need. Look at that. You can make mountains move. Okay. You can make trees get cast into the river. All it takes is faith and belief. Okay. Overcome your doubt. Overcome your fear. Okay. And just believe, man. I'm gonna close out on Mark 5:35 again. As soon as Yahweh, Mark 5:36, Salah. As soon as Yahushua heard the word that was spoken, he said unto the ruler of the synagogue, be not afraid, only believe. All right, let's look at that word believe. Same thing I read earlier, man. Okay? Faith. All right? That's all it is, man. It starts here, though. All right? Kwame Yasharal and the Bible Bar. Shalom.